It's midweek. It's midweek. Wednesday morning. This is the TBS. The True Breakfast Show. 96.1. Encyclopedia. 96.9. In Bon Lima County. 96.1 in Monrovia. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show. We yell to serve you breakfast straight up to 10 o'clock this morning. The love of liberty matters, yeah. Let justice be done to all. Good morning to the 15 counties. Oh, yeah. Just 15 minutes to the news ending. Even should just pop up. Oh, yeah. This is it. My name is O'Neill. This is O'Neill Roberts, Marka Davis. In the midst of all what we do, country first. The intro ain't long the morning. Yeah, let me just do the motivation quickly. Let's see what Bobby have this morning. I'm taking a break with Lima Bowie. Yes, let's bring on the motivation from Bobby Bloody Addison. Confidence is not achieved overnight. Confidence is not achieved overnight. It can be achieved by learning from mistakes. When you learn from mistakes, you have confidence. It can be achieved by learning from experience. This is Bobby Bloody Addison with our morning motivation. Good morning to His Excellency President Joseph Yuma Boykai. Welcome back home to former President George Weah. A two intro this morning. Marka, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, O'Neill, and good morning to our followers this morning. It's great to be here again to serve our people breakfast. Liberia is becoming interesting every day. New things happening. We're closing another chapter, new chapter opening.
Appointments in government.
Yes. So yeah, this morning
we saw someone that Lena used to call on radio every day.
While in speech or whether I was in flight with the news and the other story, just boom,
straight for E-Man.
And I just joined inside too. Yeah, so I mean that's it. Congratulations to those who have been nominated by the president. I never knew that government had plenty.
Government, look, the positions are there. Government, you like 4,000.
But when I heard some of these positions during the past, I mean,
yeah, some of them were just, very boring replace at long last. GSA.
Yeah, GSA.
Yeah, Galaba Kotima. Anyway.
The former superintendent of Lofa County.
Yes, it's the new GSA boss. That position, a resting position. The GSA. They haven't had it work, Yeah, mark all government properties, and think government is going to relax a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, yes. How many names here? 14, eh?
Long list.
One familiar name here is someone who used to call on the show every morning.
Yeah, I want to confirm from him because
is that a Raphael Dolokolo?
Raphael Dolokolo, but the thing about one time Raphael told me, say when you're calling my dad says that when you guys are calling my name, you should say Dolokolo the second.
No, I'm thinking like him. I don't want to believe that.
You don't want to believe it?
Yeah, I don't want to believe it.
You think that is dad?
Yes, maybe that is uncle or something like that.
Why do you think so?
Because the Ministry of Labor That's a legal mandate position here.
Okay. Yeah, but the
Yes.
particular position here
For
is Deputy
then,
Minister for
but
Alien Registration.
I be position yo.
Yeah. But that's the man, man won't reply.
But the main input text no,
Anyway,
no. All those who are going appointed in the majority, when you message them, they don't reply. Anyway, let's see what we have this morning.
yes,
Man.
let's bring you the lineup on the
Yeah.
show this morning. Yeah, but I thought only one our laser. Seriously.
No man, okay. Well, that's why I work close. No, okay, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is it Woody?
Yeah.
Is it Woody?
It's a first class. Armani.
Is it from Sweetie?
This is not Propol.
No, this is not purple.
Joe, we have brought Propol. What Joseph Boca bringing?
Coat.
Coat?
Yeah.
Coat suits.
Yeah, coat suit.
Oh my man, we use a wear coat suit. All of them wearing coats. Yeah,
Yes.
anyway. Yes.
Coat is Wednesday, February 28th, 2024. So let's bring you the lineup of what we got for you on the show this morning. We're bringing you the health tips with David Coty for 3 minutes this morning. And following that, in our studio chat, we'll talk about happiness at the Rivers International Airport, especially with the issue involving the former president. Even though we have not been able to get full detail, clear detail, everybody providing our own side of the story. But
I got some
okay,
first-hand detail what went
okay,
wrong.
that's good.
Yes.
So yes, we'll provide that this morning on the show. And as you are aware, Moba Molu, the national chairman, is now former national chairman. He's tendered his resignation yesterday in a letter addressed to the standard bearer of the party and the political leader, former President George Weah. We'll talk about that right on the arrival of the president, of the former president, rather.
Former president.
Yeah.
Damn it. One journalist yesterday, soon George Weah hit the phone and play. Yeah, come President we George Weah. I said, are you killing me?
You are going live.
Live, oh.
Yeah, you know, it will take some time.
I think shine like bro. Even the president, former president say, oh, like you don't always doing that live. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, so coming up at 8:30 to 9 o'clock this morning, the national RCT quizzing team will be here with us. What's this name? I hope I'm not going to struggle with this name.
Wait.
Yeah, I know it's game. Nyami is the coordinator. We'll be here with some other students to talk about the tournament this morning on the show. And at 9 o'clock, we'll bring you sports, entertainment, and commercials with Orange Liberia, the prime sponsor of the TBS. And at 9:15 to 10 o'clock this morning, we will have the president of the Physician Assistant Association of Liberia. He will be here along with Benjamin Swamin, the president of the Liberian Nurses Association. They are coming to talk about some health care workers salary policy implementation, health sector leadership, and challenges facing health workers in Liberia. So they will be here as our guest from 9:15 to 10 o'clock this morning for us to talk about health issues. I think this is very important. And in the midst of all country first, this is what we got for you on the show this morning. You can't afford to miss this edition of the program.
Yes, great. In the midst of all country first. And I want to appeal. I just saw this text from Councilor Telon Gongolo.
Okay.
This issue of the Grand Judah rule. Yeah, just ahead of the rain season. So maybe we'll slip that Council. Yeah, he said, guys. Yes. Anyway, Council. Anyway, yes, let's bring you health tip at least for 3 minutes with Derek Ernest Coty. Yeah, Derek Coty not make it on the listening, then we'll see. Yeah. So yes, what's happening? You getting yourself?
Maybe yes, so I'm getting myself.
Okay, yes. Maybe, let's bring on health tip.
Maybe David has not submitted his.
David need to go and bathe in the Dead Sea. Yeah. The Dead Sea, you don't nothing stills under the Dead Sea.
The last time somebody was telling me, "Oh, I'm trying to carry my document." I said, "Oh,
you carry document
since November." You present that in agenda, you won't carry.
David Coty, health tip.
Thank you. Good morning to you, and good morning to Ambassador Davis.
Good morning.
I will not take by any rest. I'll go to Israel. Okay. Food is medicine. You know, I hear some people talking about what food I want. Food I want. No, food is something important. Food is medicine, but it depends on which food you eat. And the doctors normally say you are what you eat. Fruits and vegetables help to fight against diseases and help you live longer. But eating heavy butter for food every day, heavy butter rice, those are all starchy food. It will not help you much. So the topic today will not be too long. I'm just advising you to do some good eating. Now, mango, which is plum, watermelon, butter pear, carrots, apples, cucumber, pineapple are all nutritional foods and they all have medicinal properties, which means when you eat them, they can help you fight against disease in your body. But at certain age, you don't eat certain fruits. And that's our topic for tomorrow. Once you pass age 50, leave pineapple, leave watermelon. I will tell you what will happen to you if you keep eating them after age 50. Leave them. All right. Remember this. Do not go to just anybody to diagnose and treat your case. It's dangerous. A man called me yesterday from Kumba, Mana River, called Morris. His name is Morris. He said, according to him, he could not see too clearly. He had some problem, like some. So when he went to a local clinic in that Kumba, Mana River area, they said to him, "You have cataract. We can remove it." And they did something with his eyes, and it's getting worse. So I'm appealing to the people of Kumba or the senators, Vapla, my sister, or the representative for that particular district. Please rush this man to JFK or else it'll be too late. His name is Morris from Kumba. His number is 0776 0776 964562. The reason why I mentioned Senator Vapla is that he mentioned that name. So I wish I knew a number to call her and let her help me. All you need to do is to just get him to the JFK. That's all. That's all. Please, somebody can do that. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I already finished. You can even clear your throat 3 times. Finish already.
Then what's your name yet?
No, no, no. The point is, the guy who's sitting by you there is not a good person. Yes.
Why? What happened?
My name was sent there. Uh, I remember Uncle Joe sent my name and nominated me as Minister of Maintenance, even though the ministry is not established yet. But Baka, I mean, another person went and said, well, the man can be youth advisor to the president. Then Baka went there and told the president, I'm too old to be. What kind of man are you? You know, I just got to know that some of you journalists are just my worst enemies around here.
Yeah, we'll keep praying for you, man. Yeah, let's keep praying for you.
And you know what I did for Vessel?
Oh.
It's overcome. Youth advisor, 70 years old man. Bye bye.
All right, David Kuti.
70 years old.
You gave me youth advisor.
That's
a good position there.
Also 1960 youth activity you will recommend to the baby.
Yeah, that good position there. Yes. Good morning, folks. Sorry we can't bring you the review of the papers right here this morning. I will sincerely apologize, but on tomorrow we'll do so. But just before I will start, we just want to remind His Excellency, good morning. There are others who count in 100 days, but we are doing it, as a reminder to you, His Excellency President Joseph Boyka. I'm going to say President, we are. Yeah, it will take some time. Yes, yesterday we saw something. The cloud just, misbehaved, and we experienced a pull down of rain like for an hour plus. And the people of Green Gilead, they want me to use those million to remind you, His Excellency Joseph Boyka. Just one day, have a pull down of rain will cut the whole of Green Gilead off. As part of your agenda, you have role as a major priority as your RS, right? So we just want to remind you this morning, the people of Green Gilead is asking us to make this call to you just ahead of the rain season. Good. Then with this issue, there are few people who have been appointed, confirming everything, and they are threatening people on the jobs already. Like, before you take over, now everybody looking at Joseph Boyka. Once they appoint you as managing director, the work starts immediately. But I just want to remind you, and I will use the water and sewer and few institutions for as example. This institution that you are head, there are professionals there who have been working for years. You have to go and understand the area before making some comments. Like I mean, I'm not going deep with Mo Ali, right? I've been listening to him back and forth.
Mm.
But that institution is challenged. In case you don't know, water and sewer. One of the things they have an arrear of 8 months. So any statement you make outside the box, the employees then watching you. They have chemical, the chemical have white planes, and that's sufficient. You know, we challenge water and sewer supplying, giving water, pumping water out. I'm just bringing this to your attention more. So if you're running fast, I want to tell you, take time and go in that building. Go to King Saboso Street, where your office is situated, and understand that building well. That building is a tradition building. And if you don't be careful, it will be business as usual, Mo Ali. Water and sewer. Most of the vehicles, they are all down. The substations at Fiamma is also on a challenge. Sometimes, you know, you get in a seat here, you just talking. But that's a situation. The chemicals are white planes. I will not say it, but I mean, as you take over, the people want to see you, and some of them feel threatened. And one thing, the government, there are no contractor at water and sewer now. All of them are employees.
Okay.
No more contractors. They are all employees, but they have an OH thing of 8 months arrears that is still there. And salary thing is on the people's mind. Let's move on. Good morning to His Excellency. Marka had a couple of communication with reading. He arrived on yesterday. George Weah arrived in the country on a private flight. You know, through our commercial flight, that's how George had been traveling. Yes, always from the presidency, even up to his private life, that always on a private flight. Touchdown at the RIA. And there was this big news that, George Weah had been denied the VIP lodge. The Clive VIP lodge, you know, the new VIP lodge has been named after the former First Lady.
Okay.
Yes. But there is a protocol. Let me just make this known to the public. The protocol here is the Minister of State. If you have a VIP coming in the country, the Minister of State is aware. Take, for example, if the Ghanaian President Nana Addo wants to come in, there will be a communication that the VIP will be ready. For the Chief Justice, the Vice President, you don't need no communication from Ministry of State to be sent to the VIP lounge. So George Weah is former head of state. You don't need no communication also to be sent. He had all right to use that class VIP lodge on yesterday. But what went wrong? Probably there could be a tear-eye call that came true, you know, because of politics. You know, so he had to use the old VIP launch to come true. And Ellen Johnson said, the safety of the country starts at the airport. I remember one point in time, Ellen Johnson said that. So there are times too, those of you security, even we journalists, some of us normally don't go at the airport. When you see lawmakers and things, give them that VIP treatment. That person is just there for that few minutes. They have to go. Be careful, any oppositions. The happening at the airport yesterday was a little bit ugly. And the worst thing is good that Joseph Boyka appointed a new managing director at the airport already, right? Guess what? The caretaker of what Joseph Boyka appointed at the airport, in less than 1 week, the man said you're going for training in Egypt. Can you imagine this? Your title is caretaker, no managing director. That's what Joseph Boyka changing. Oh, yeah, they replace. Yes. Yeah. They said you caretaker. Then the man said travel opportunity. Mexico going Egypt. He and the port manager, he just travel alone for training. What sort of training? But as I close up, the VIP lodge doesn't need communication. If any VIP wants to pass through, you have the Chief Justice, you have the Vice President, you have the President, the former President. They have all access to that VIP lodge. Maybe because of political reason, then that kind of telephone call, it can happen at some point in time. But the safety of the country starts at the airport.
So you see, that's why sometimes I say if the kind of politics we are trying to do in Liberia will be destructive, even to the country. So what kind of politics is that to call to the airport and say, oh, the former president should not use
don't let the man use the
as
VIP.
If the president was on his way there, for example, and you understand?
Yeah.
If for example, the former president was there and the president was there,
Mhm.
then you could say, oh yeah, that the current president used the the new VIP lodge, and then the former president can pass through the old VIP lodge. That's a different case. But no VIP, no other VIP was there, and then somebody say a telephone call. If that's the politics, then I don't think we are trying to build a country, because I've listened to leaders from both the opposition and the ruling position. They have said reconciliation is key. The country is heavily divided, seen by the results of the past elections. So reconciliation is important. So why should we be doing those kind of politics? So if this was politics, then I think it should not be repeated, because the former president should equally be treated with the kind of respect that he deserves. It is very good that today we can boast of former presidents around here.
Yeah.
In the past, we never have former presidents to point out to, but right now we have two former presidents sitting right behind us in the country.
Of course.
That is very good for us.
It's a VIP. Even if we have senator passing through matter.
To start to disrespect the former president, then I think this is wrong.
Yeah.
If that is the case, that somebody call and say, I should not allow you to use the other VIP lodge, then that is wrong. That is wrong. We can't do that kind of politics.
Man. Let's move on, man. So I mean, the executive mentioned the press secretary. They should respond to that, because I'm seeing it back and forth. There was no communication sent for the place to be open. No, you don't need it. So that is into act. That is into law. That that place is for VIP. Even if you have senators, even if you have representatives, you should give them that courtesy. Even we generally, at some point in time, you have to be calling people to have access to the port and thing. These are VIPs. Anyway, so let's move on, man. So in less than 24 hours after the president have arrived, as a presidential launch anyway. So the VIP launch, not a presidential launch anyway. Okay. Yeah. So in less than 24 hours, again, I want to say welcome to former President George Weah. Yes, one of the statements he said, we are going to be speaking to what? The issues. Yes. That's and I look at George, I just smile. He had a very short interview, less than 2 minutes interview.
Okay.
Just have yes, we are here. Yes, we here, and we speaking to the issues that are affecting the society. I was like, you killing me. So, so the big opposition
so that means
there are issues in the society.
The former president now is going to be into hardcore politics, opposition politics for that matter.
Yes, opposition one. But George Weah, let me just say good morning to you again. All right. I know you are returning to the country a very good thing. You're a very peaceful man. Very well. But one of your able lieutenant, before we get to the mobile model issue, one of your able lieutenant, George Weah, if this country was going to the same crisis, you're not going to accept the defeat to Joseph Boykai, right? Akara's Gray continues to post on the social media that April 6th, April 6th is a terrible time in Liberia. Yes, April 6th will be a massive protest. April 6th, George, I'm telling you, I'm welcoming you back, and I'm telling you what one of your able lieutenant in the Congress for Democratic Change is doing. Akara's continue to post that there'll be a massive protest on April 6th. Why are you protesting for, Akaras? Akaras had the opportunity when he was lawmaker for 12 freaking years. They gave you a resolution to sign for this war crime because you never fix your signature. Who are you going to encourage to come in the street?
You were one of the persons who continuously provided justification why there should not be war crimes code.
Yes. Now this time, you push him. Look, that's why I love the TPS.
Now, certain politics and certain advocacy,
they don't work.
That doesn't fit certain people. I think you should use someone else to do that thing. Now
Akaras, you're the wrong messenger.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are the wrong messenger. Stop. Look, George, I want George to tell Akaras, say, look, stop this. We're ready for protest. This country, if we want to protest, you're not going to concede to Joseph Boyka Akaras Gray. Yes.
Exactly.
You're not going to concede. Why? You want to protest on April 6th. Who's going to join you? Is that why Liberian people, District 8 made you lawmaker for 12 years? Will protest?
And again, despite your political affiliation being whether you are a sedition, you are from Liberty Party, you are from ACO, whatever political party you are from, I think it is time that the Liberian people themselves need to look into some of these debates that politicians will be raising. What will bring them out of their home and get into the streets? They should know the reason why. I think Liberian people should not give attention or or credence to that kind of protest.
No.
For you to leave your little where you doing and get in the street and
And get
say,
in the street
Akara
for
Grace,
Akara Grace, I should go in
Akara
the
Grace say
street.
we should go
Go in the
protest for war
street.
crimes court.
See, Dishan said will not even agree with
What
the
kind of
Akaras.
Liberian will you be? I mean, even if you have children, they will judge you wrongly.
Yes.
For you to tell your children, oh, my children are coming back, Akara Grace say we should go demonstrate for war crime court. Your children, the children will tell you, say when you're finished with your demonstration, don't come back to the house.
Yeah, don't come back.
Yes.
You mean Akara want to disturb the peace?
Yes.
We enjoying. After George has said goodbye. George Weah was here for the inauguration and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think that Akara, something running to your mind? This man, your president, and George had the power to do so. So George wrote a communication. Like I want you to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure. Because CDC were planning a retreat, and the stellar bearer said, no, I'm not aware of this and that.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm sure after today, the former president of Akara said, no, you are proceeding the wrong way.
So this is when they planned that retreat to be held in Bassa, this is what the president wrote.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Mr. Moba Molu, Chairman, Coalition for Democratic Change, Monrovia, Liberia. Mr. Chairman, I learned through social media and the press that you have organized a retreat of the CDC to be held in Grand Bassa County. As standard bearer, I was never consulted and therefore had no input in the organization and structuring of such a retreat. Also, several members of the Governing Council and the National Executive Committee have informed me that they too were not involved in the planning of said retreat. Mr. Chairman, the Constitution and coalition document gives the power of such decisions to the National Executive Committee and the Governing Council in the absence of a national convention. As head of the Governing Council, I will be convening a meeting of the council before February ends at the national headquarters to set the stage for an honest review of our recent electoral performance and reboot for the future. You are therefore asked to suspend all activities of the planned retreat until a final decision by the Governing Council and the National Executive Committee is made. I also want to bring to your attention the recent leadership set up by the CDC Legislative Caucus. Again, that leadership was set up without any recourse or consultation with the leadership of the party and its relevant organs. Even some members of the CDC Legislative Caucus were not informed that they participated in the exercise that led to the setting up of the leadership. As such, we as a party cannot recognize that leadership until the right things are done in keeping with the party's protocols. Best regards, His Excellency George Manewia, standard bearer.
Amen. That's a communication
Yes.
there, a strong one. So this communication was sent a couple of days ago. So let's go to Moba Moloun communication, resigning as chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change.
Yes.
Yes.
So he writes, Your Excellency George Mbuya, standard bearer, Congress for Democratic Change, February 27, that's yesterday,
Yeah.
2024. Dear Mr. Weah, I am writing to formally tender my resignation as chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change, CDC. Consequently, I am also stepping down from the position of chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change. Despite resigning from the chairmanship after 6 years of service, I want to assure you and the National Executive Committee that I remain a committed, lifelong member of the Congress for Democratic Change. Undoubtedly, I have faced numerous challenges, particularly during the past 6 years of the CDC's governance. However, I hold no resentment towards anyone for these difficulties, and I do not desire conflict. Throughout these trials, I'm thankful to God for granting me the strength and patience to persevere. Despite the hardships, they are not the primary reason for my resignation. However, one factor influencing my decision is the diminishing opportunity for me to effectively fulfill my role as the people's chairman. As an advocate dedicated to supporting the people, it is disheartening to encounter constraints that limit my ability to carry out my responsibilities. Mr. Standard Bearer, However, after careful consideration, I have chosen to remain positive and continue contributing to the peace and stability of the CDC despite resigning from the chairmanship. As emphasized earlier, I hold deep love for the CDC and immense gratitude towards the hundreds of thousands of loyal partisans, young militants, and foot soldiers who have supported me during my tenure. Therefore, in my effort to uphold the internal party cohesion, I am exercising caution in my words to prevent any potential crisis. Although some may seek to exploit this situation for personal gain, my commitment to the party's well being will prevent me from endorsing such endeavors. As the longest serving chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change, I am humbled by the overwhelming support I have received from our dedicated partisans across various demographics and locations. This support has contributed to a long period of stability, peace, and adherence to the rule of law within the CDC. Despite encountering challenges during our governance, we have achieved significant milestones, including upholding the rights of our partisans, maintaining a peaceful and democratic political situation or institution, and ensuring the CDC's strength and competitiveness. Mr. Tenenbaum, regardless of recent election outcomes, we have made remarkable progress together. As your first militant since 2005,
Mm.
I have been one of your most steadfast political soldiers. While my loyalty to the CDC has been unwavering, I have occasionally found myself in disagreements with you, driven solely by my principles and love for the party. I am proud that despite crucial hurdles, we have painstakingly kept the torch of the CDC burning, such that even those who didn't believe in its efficiency now look up to it as the most potent political mechanism of redemption. Having served in various capacities over nearly 2 decades, I have diligently fulfilled my responsibilities, always with good intentions and without malice, even in my mistakes. Resigning from my position has undoubtedly been one of the toughest decisions I've ever faced, yet it was necessary to uphold the stability of the CDC and prevent any internal discord that could disappoint our loyal supporters, particularly the youth who have placed their trust in our party. Similarly, the prospect of opposing you deeply troubles me, which is why I opted not to assume the chairmanship when Mr. George D. Solo was removed in 2013.
Okay.
Moreover, I harbor doubts that I would have accepted the chairmanship in 2018 had I been offered a suitable government role, foreseeing inevitable disagreements or necessary contention with you in the future. Now that I'm no longer chairman, I have newfound freedom to advocate for social justice and champion the interests of marginalized communities, irrespective of political affiliations. In the coming months, I intend to engage in consultations with relevant stakeholders, both within and beyond the CDC, aiming to rally passionate individuals to safeguard democracy, promote good governance, and uphold the rule of law. While I trust that the CDC will continue its efforts to address injustices and hold a unity party led government accountable, I am committed to contributing from a civil society perspective, advocating for peace, good governance, human rights, the rule of law, and social economic equality for all Liberians. I
Hmm.
appreciate
Yeah,
yeah,
okay for Molume.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Samba will
wait,
just
wait.
go all the way down.
Please,
Uh-huh,
let me
uh-huh.
conclude this too.
Yeah.
In conclusion,
Moloto 1 week to resign.
yeah.
one week
In
resignation.
conclusion, I would like to offer one final piece of advice,
Okay.
Mr. Stenberger,
Okay.
which I have previously communicated to you in a briefing note. It is crucial to assemble a proficient team of foreign policy experts to engage with key Western capitals such as Washington, Brussels, number 10 Downing Street, and others.
Okay.
These engagements should involve discussions regarding international decisions made during our tenure, aiming to rebuild confidence and provide assurances to our international partners. The final paragraph.
Okay.
As we endeavor to revitalize the CDC's domestic and global political standing, I stress the importance of prioritizing the enhancement of relations with Washington and its invaluable allies. Neglecting to capitalize on our historical ties with the U.S. will be a missed opportunity, especially considering Liberia's strategic significance within the United States sphere of influence. Therefore, strengthening ties with the U.S. and its European counterparts is a good step forward, even for a major opposition party. Thank you for taking the time to consider this letter, and I extend my best wishes to you and the
Mm.
party's leadership. Sincerely yours, Moba K. Malu Jr., former Chairman Congress for Democratic Change.
Saul. You know how to minute again.
Moba need to buy me tea this morning.
Yeah. You do a bad team, man.
What?
Chairman, former chairman. But I mean, goodbye to you as chairman. I mean, the people who agree with you, disagree with you. Whether you left a legacy back for the party to live with, whether you're a one-sided chairman, you're a chairman who was not listening, it will live with you for the rest of your life. Yes, there are people who have issue with you, whether you rebranded the party, all of that. But let me just say this out before we pick few calls up. The youthful population of the CDC, bulk of the people who follow CDC are the young people, you know. But I'm so disappointed with Akara's Gray. I continue to say this because of the peace we are enjoying. Good morning to you, former President George Weah. Your chairman have resigned. If CDC will see the president, so you should be thinking about how to rebrand this party. Not with the issue of protests. Look, Liberians were tired. People looking how to survive. You don't put people in the street to go and protest for what? Think about how to rebrand this party. All right? That speak to the issues. Yes, United Party will make some major errors. Speak to the issues. But not putting people in the street. So our international partners, those who pump in that donor fundings, watching us every day will cry for fundings.
You know, one thing I noticed in this letter of resignation on you is that I think there was some level of disagreement, especially when it comes to international engagements.
Yeah.
According to Moba, in a briefing note he wrote to the president, he mentioned the importance of engaging Washington and its allies. For example, you remember in 2018, after the inauguration, the first country the president visited was France.
That's France, yeah.
From there, he went to, I think, the UAE and other
UAE,
places
yeah.
in Asia. Now, Moba Molu is saying that he thinks the CDC will have engaged the US and solidified our ties with them, which will help their administration. He believed that it impacted their governance over the period of time, and he could even attribute that to losing the election in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So his piece of advice now is that the party should engage foreign policy experts to see how they can drive the new CDC to engage with
Rebrand the whole
Washington,
party.
and you understand,
Yes,
Washington,
Brussels,
the UK,
and all of that.
and other partners that are allies to the United States. I think in the past 2019, 2020, some of us mentioned these things when we were sitting on radio. We said it was important that the CDC administration really engage with Washington and have that cordial relationship, but we really didn't see that. The first time the president went to the US was when he went to address the UN General Assembly. So that relationship was not too strong between the CDC administration and the U.S. government, as admitted in this letter by Moba Molu.
Yes, great. So it's 20 minutes down, 8 o'clock. This is the breakfast show in the midst of all what we'll do country first. Let's speak calls on, speak to your leaders. We have the country is very jammed now. Yeah, President George, we are in country. Henry Costa in country. Prophet Key in. All the people are not seeing eye to eye. Interesting country. George, we are is here now. Prophet Key is here. Henry Costa is here. I mean, the country is a country, man. Let's be calls out. Speak to your leaders.
0770202579, 0770202579. Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Let me say good morning to you and the listening audience of the unique platform.
Go ahead.
I'm Robert Johnson from Harper Firestone. Marka, let me appreciate you and O'Neill for the level of independence and the love for country you people continue to preach on. Quickly to the two issues you mentioned. The first thing is the issue of our former president being denied. I think if it is done that way, I think it was wrong on the part of the government. But one thing, President, we are also need to take into account that been happening even in the Western world. What a former president can activate into politics, especially from the opposition bloc. There are certain level of courtesy you will not experience. It happened in Sierra Leone. You saw the former president, even here in Marka, what is happening to Donald Trump. And quickly to the issue of mobile model, If you go into mobile model or statement or resignation that I've been reading, I think the issue of the sanction, because he talked about the aspect of foreign policy. I think they need to see how best they can rebrand the party
Okay.
and make sure you listen to the president communication that you read.
Thank
Yes,
you, Johnson.
rebranding the
Yeah,
party.
let's do
Yeah,
1 minute.
let's
Just
do a
go straight to
minute.
the point. Good morning.
This is so as the I'm calling for Grand Secretary.
Call
Go
for Grand
ahead.
Ambassador. Okay.
Issue of Akawan.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, who had a been for it, you know, they think they are all going to put it down, and they all bad, they think it will come back to the setup. We will want to, that you guys put in very after 12 years, I think you can be involved into another thing to improve the lives of the people.
Okay.
Making clear to the country. And the issue of our president denial, I mean, the former president denial, I think is wrong. We need to respect.
Don't quote us like True FN saying Judge we are denying, right? So maybe there was a missed protocol there. Anyway.
Yeah, let's follow there. But I don't know what they were informed that the former president was coming and what have you.
No, you don't need to be informed. Once that place is a VIP, so you don't need to be informed. The place always intact. Anyway, thank you. Yes, let's get more calls up.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning, Uni. My name is Emma Hamon Economy Car City this morning. Marka, let me appreciate you and Uni this on the elaboration when it comes to our national disco. But I'm just appealing to Honorable Askawa to spend 2 years in power. You know what I chair on executive. And you refuse to solve the one economic of the code law. And today you want to move to the college to our A process. We don't want to repeat that A process. The best thing you do, go into the power lab and let the power lab, but please don't talk about our peaceful or go to the. Thank you so much for giving me the time this morning.
Okay. Thank you. This one. Good morning.
Good morning, Uli America.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Thank you. Let me appreciate you guys this morning. This is for the Arun Meska. I'm finding the discussion from the Shifik as you couple. Let me just say to Honorable Askar Moses, we have fought a lot of 14 years devastated civil war in this country, more especially when it comes to our equality. We all have where we are fighting for equality. It's a bad day of our country. We all will grace for us things. We have served in this country as a lawmaker 12 years in the country. And we are law years working in this country. We have read that this thing creates to guest at the University Party and the University to put our last twist.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's speak on Derek Ernest Cote. Yes, I missed a call of former Senator coming in. We said, let's speak this call. Derek Ernest Cote, morning.
Thank you. Good morning. And let me say this to my good friend and brother, Honorable Gray. We've been friends for a long time. We are all SDA people. There will be no war in this country again. No more trouble. I don't care who tries to threaten this country. No more war. We'll be at peace. Now, I don't think there's anyone in this country who is against a war crimes code. We want to see it. People who murder people must come and show why they did it. But we should not be selective in these kind of things. 6 auditors died here. And when those auditors died, from that time up to today's date, not one person has been arrested or taken to court. So if we want, now the 3 people that even got missing up to today's date, no news. Now, if we want to be patriotic and nationalistic and all the listic, what we need to do is to put everything together to let the world know that we are really serious. But not just one item. Let's talk about those people who died. Who has been arrested? Nothing. So if we really want to be patriotic and show to the world that we are fighting for justice, let's include all of these things. I want to see a war crimes code. This whole thing is about Prince Johnson. But Prince Johnson is not the only one. And he's the one that can look for his own trouble. By the time they say, Uncle Bob, we said, no, yeah, man, talk to me. Now, the point is, there's new senators, the guy who led Model, the new senator. He's a former warlord too. George Buller is there. All of these people are there. So, we want to war crimes to come. But please, don't be selective. include other major issues that happen here too.
Okay.
So we say hallelujah.
Thank you.
Very much. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, we're Peter. I guess we'll go 5 minutes in the time, 8:35. This is the TBS 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia, Truth FM. Let's speak calls until
Try to
8:35
see
before we bring
if we
our
can
guests.
get Senator Wisa back.
Yes,
Come on.
yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. Please stay away from your
feedback
monitor. The feedback is bad.
not good for us.
Go ahead, but just stay away from that radio. You don't have to listen to yourself.
Yeah, I know. Thank you so much. Yeah, my name is Reginald, and I called from the EW Junction this morning of news. You know, the issue about accounts rate, you can remember back accounts rate when you said you wanted to have lunch with the US students who are happy. So this is the kind of corridor we're talking about. Account rate, you know, the fortunate thing about us as Liberians is that account rate is one of the joy and the reaction. And when I say fortunately for us as Liberians, the reaction and the joy are not in majority.
Okay.
There's that. No, we want people thinking like, yeah, we're pushing a one-side thing. Yes, but we just telling Akaras, we're telling George that George was speaking to for it to say no to Akaras planned protest on April 6th. Yes.
The same way he said no to the retreat at the plan.
Yeah, the same way. And he's the same Burra, man. You will say no. Yes, you will say no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
let's see.
Let's reconnect.
Yeah, we want to maybe the senator want to say something, especially concerning the VIP and presidential law issue.
Yes.
Senator, please speak
the calls too. You're coming back and forth here. So you can go ahead with this call. We'll bring our guests. It's 8:35, 8:40. Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Momodi Katamba. I do join you from Johnsonville. Quickly to the point is why the people did to our former president yesterday, actually it was not fair, and that of the plane of our agree. We are asking our former president to reject the plane.
Okay.
Because that plane is not a good plane. He was there. Why he put it on the World Economic Code? Now he moving asking for protest for World Economic Code.
Okay. You want Joe? We have to sanction that, right?
Yeah, if you say no to that.
Okay. Thank you. Good
morning. I know man, you will tell I can't remember lead that thing.
Good morning, Marka, and let me tell you good morning to you. And it is having people, and I joined the national conversation from our group of community residents. Thank you very much. Let me speak to the issue of grade. You know, look, the issue of April is not a good month for our country. If you mean well for the people of Liberia, since you left office, you should be thinking about creating jobs for the people, because for more than 12 years, you left our taxpayer money. So to come out to be on a protest that will not be the work of our country, that will be very clear. We are asking you if you can provide jobs, and you provide the idea like from the heart. Open workshop, let us go there and learn. Let us do all that protest. It doesn't mean work for us.
Okay.
I'm asking the former president about the job man we are to seriously take seizure on that and have citizens under control. Why the chairman has resigned, but there's a need to put the party under control. But we are believe that they are of the party.
Thank you.
Yeah, the party had to be under
Thank
control.
you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Lee.
Good morning.
My name is Kumar Chiwa. I'm calling from Basha Road, Henderson.
Okay.
Former the account is already gained politically. He called the people for protest when you were getting married in France. They all calling that brother to participate. Or because it's time to destroy, so he's calling that brother to destroy their own group. Eventually, you know, politically, you don't go on our people.
No. Okay. Now, is that what we're saying? I mean, one thing, whether political, look, in the whole country, nobody political career over. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody can make a comeback.
Anybody can make a comeback. What I'm saying, now the country we're looking for protest to the step what we're enjoying. Exactly. Right? You can disagree with this government in a constructive way. Morning, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. And good morning to the best radio station from Church. I call from district number 4, to be precise. Thank God you from the grade school to thank God Marka your educated. Please, we shouldn't look one side of this country. President William has put himself 27 years. President select 12 years. President do 10 years. President we are 2 years, 6 years. The former president Charles Taylor make 6 years and a half. But I say when it comes to popularity with this president, there are full population president into Liberia history. The first is George Weah when he's so popular. The second is what? Charles Taylor. The third is Ellie Joseph Selig. And the fourth is Samuel Kayando. I brought to the airport yesterday. I said bye for disgracing the former president of this country. How can you be a horse? Then someone bring you into a horse. The horse is
were you at the airport yesterday?
I said
So that was wrong. It was bad because when it comes to politics, a lot of things happen. I've seen a situation where Verisa was at the airport at the Zana Cummins. Cummins was in the terminal. Hold on. Cummins was in the terminal. Cummins' bodyguard was denied in the same George Weah government when George Weah was president, right? Alexander Cummins' bodyguard was asked, never allowed. Cummins was seen holding his full luggages himself. Can you imagine? A public figure. So I mean, when it comes to politics, these things happen.
You my big brother, I respect you. Let me free. Kumi is an investor. He's not a stakeholder. He had never hold stakeholder government positions in this country. We talk about stakeholder, and we talk about the big position.
I'm telling you, I'm saying that at certain situation, politics play. It's not good. I'm just saying, I'm not back. It's not good.
Let's go to the CDC former party chairman. I don't have more money. I want to say Chairman Molu, the Mali Coalition Democratic Change is one of the biggest political parties. Served for 6 years and a half after the former Minister of State Presidency, Matano, followed my game. The CDC will always be his strength. We will not ungrateful to you. We congratulate you for all the time of being in my coalition Democratic Change.
Thank you.
I hope there will be different commercial because we see players leave Real Madrid to go to Barcelona.
Institution stands.
Okay. Player leaving Real Madrid went to Barcelona.
Yeah,
let's go to United Party.
Let's speak our last caller, Dr. Pee Wee Sando. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to Marka.
Good morning, Chief.
Good to your listener. Let us try to understand something right concerning the airport. When you go to the airport, president, they have the regular laws and they had a VIP. Now they had a presidential law. I think in my mind, the presidential laws is for current president because the VIP laws now will be used for the ministers or outgoing ministers.
You're very right.
So the presidential law is a presidential law needed for the incoming president. Let's say the president and other president that will be coming into our country. So it's not for everybody now. If we continue to do that, the next thing maybe the other people will okay, President, we have to go have lunch to the mansion. For now, you can go to the mansion to have lunch or to have a meeting there. So let's try to understand some of the things there. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. So we want to say thanks to all of the callers, as we close up on this matter. In the midst of all we do, I mean, country first, Liberia first, let's push Liberia at one. We can't tear this country apart. The election is now over, So at that airport, as I close up, Marka, my very self, Alexander Cummins, I saw it. Cummins was seen holding all of his luggages in his hand. And the security was asking, I even went to one of the security, I said, allow one of the men bodyguard to go and let him help him. He said, no. The man said, they won't be on my control. These things happen. Anyway, thank you so much. I'm sure former President George Weah is going to tell Carol and say, my man, stand down.
Forget about that protest.
This is not what Liberian people want. That one of our reporter, Josepha Betty, is reading up something. Let's do justice to him.
Yes.
There's a police who was disrupted from the Johnsonville. Officer George Wheeler.
Yes.
Former commander of Johnsonville Police Department. He was disrupted.
And dismissed.
Police officer.
So this man, according to our reporter, because we even remember we followed that issue consistently. It concerns an action that he took against a school. And when this thing was reported on True FM over and over, at the end of the day, the police authority took action at that time. And he was dismissed from the force along with some other officers. But to our utmost surprise, we realized that this man is back at that same depot, fully unified and armed in his. So what decision led to his should I say reinstatement into the force or re-enrollment into the force? Well, we don't know, but I think this requires some level of investigation for us to understand. Because even the reporter who followed this issue consistently at the time and report on it, sometimes it's around the same area, and this man is armed and assigned at the
The
same place.
same place.
So I think
Yeah.
I think we need to do further investigation, and the school that the issue concern at the time, I think our reporter will go there to also speak to them, and we'll also want to get to the police authorities to understand how he got back into the force and how he took assignment at the same
The
area.
same area.
Yes,
In the
so
same position.
yes, especially with arms and all of that. So for me, as head of news here, I do not feel safe for my reporter also because this reporter followed that issue consistently that led to the authorities' decision against him at the time. But to see the same man back in the force, in the same depot with arm and fully unified, well, we need to know more from the police authorities.
Great. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for the patience of our guests. Yeah, all students, great. The future leaders of Liberia. I've seen students from the College of West Africa, the Cathedral Catholic High School, and of course, the B.W. Harris High School. They have this national ICT quizzing program, and they've been behind me for a couple of days now. Yes. So you guys talk politics. What about we, the students? Great. So we have 4 schools that have made it up to the semifinals. The College of West Africa, B.W. Harris, Cathedral Catholic School, and the Calvary Baptist Church High School. Yes, inspiring life through technology. Let's say good morning to you all. Good morning. Good morning. You get it, man? Good morning. Good morning. No, you people are crazy. Wait now.
What's going on? We don't even hear. What's going on?
Now, what on the microphone? Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Y'all try your voices again. Let's see.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
Okay. We shall I have a brief out?
We're hearing something now.
Are you guys okay? Okay. So let's do self-introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, so let's start with B.W. Harris first. Go ahead.
Good morning to all. My name is Abigail Carr from the 11th grade class, B.W. Harris.
Good morning to all. My name is Amanda and Stila from Cathedral Catholic High School.
Good morning to all. I'm from the College of West Africa. I'm student Victoria's Limited Junior 12th grade.
Okay. So tell us about this quizzing tournament. Any of you can come in.
Well, the ICT quiz is a national quiz for high schoolers hosted by Afritech Solutions. So I think the aim for this quiz is about promoting ICT in schools, and so that the next generation can know the importance and be more participating in IT.
Okay. So this ICT is information communication technology. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Okay, information communication technology. Yeah, this is something very important. Yes. So tell us, since the start of this program, how has it been? Your own experience. Now technology is now taking all over the world to see students competing in a quizzing tournament just based on ICT. It's something very important. Let's hear your own experience. Let's start off from B.W. Harris, this guy.
Well, last year when they hosted the competition for the first time, my colleague went and he won, and they gave him a scholarship and a few other things. So when I saw that, I said, "Oh God, I would like to try next year, and maybe I can win something too," because I myself am very interested in ICT, and seeing that there's something that I can do a competition where it's only based on IT is a great experience. So let's say excited for this competition.
Yes. Next, Cathedral. Go ahead. Go ahead. What inspired you to participate as an ICT student?
I'm very much impressed of this program because it's my first time participating in such program that day. And I'm very glad to be part of the ICT program. It's my first time taking part in such program that they to encourage some children who are go into this IT program trying to participate in it.
Next.
Excited to be part of this program because Many youth out there doesn't see the excellence in ICT in the country, so we need to promote and help youth out there in school to be able to get engaged in technology to help enhance our country technology sector.
Okay, technology is something big. It's not something I, as the information, the serious communication that I found the T going for technology. It's just not something that people, why come in, all will say, well, I dream to be a medical doctor. Someone say, well, I want to be a police officer. I want to be a banker. But I did growing in mind that, yes, I want to be a IT expert. It's an information technology. It's just something that all of you dream of. Any of you can come in.
Yeah, yeah. As for me, yeah, it's my career path. Yeah, I'm planning on doing cybersecurity after high school.
Cybersecurity.
A person in cybersecurity. Yeah,
Well, I too am planning to go into the IT sector. I'm doing cybersecurity also, but initially I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
Well, I thought that, since I'm, good at science and all that, being a doctor would be the best way. But when I entered the 10th grade and our school introduced computer elective and we started doing web development and coding, I found out that I actually am, fascinated by ICT and computers. So I decided to change career paths.
Decide to change career path. I guess a guiding counselor will be asking what what a sudden change. But is it something that enjoyable that doing technology now you can be here like you're in New York, you're in Brussels, you everywhere once making use of is this something that you inspire enjoy living by?
Yes, I think that IT is like the future of our universe, and it helps you dive into something that is exciting as is at the same time it's understandable but it's mysterious. So
It's mysterious.
it's something like it, but you don't fully know it. It's just like you're in between, and you keep on wanting to learn more and more and see where that will lead you. That's how it feels.
Okay. What do your parents say to you when you look at that and they say, well, mom, dad, well, I want to be an IT expert. Or, well, I want to be a computer whiz guy. What did they say to you? What sort of motivation you get from them?
Well, my mom doesn't, like really have an issue with me changing. She just want me to do what I want to do and what I'm best at. And as for my dad, I think he will be more on the happy side because he too is highly invested in IT, like he did web development, computer engineering, and other stuff. See, so I think I think he will be happy with my decision to enter the IT field.
Great. So let's go straight to the tournament. What sort of questions have been asked? I guess these questions are all IT related questions. How do you guys go about putting ideas together going for the tournament?
Um,
yeah, yeah,
Look, you guys, look, a lot of people listening to you. I mean, I don't want to say I'm somehow, I know it's microphone, but please speak out and let us hear you.
yeah. Most of the questions they ask is basic questions in computer,
Computer questions. Uno computer questions have been asked.
like in file, computer virus, software development, all that. Yeah,
and
that basic question to
and we also have the practical side where they will give us things to do. Like if you have a question that say fix this worksheet in Excel, yeah, that also they have that's the part I'm most excited about in this whole
The quizzing. Okay. You do some practical within the quizzing.
yes, yes.
Okay, great. So now the tournament, let me say thanks to the various school team because by now you're supposed to be in class, but we communicated through the school and the team were for you guys to be here on this air. So your school administration, they are monitoring. So please put your best in. Great. So this tournament now is in the semi-final. The College of West Africa, BW Harris, Cathedral, and Calvary Mission. So is CW is playing Cathedral? Is that it? Is that a fixture?
No, BW Harris is playing CW
Okay, BW Harris, CW.
teacher.
BW Harris is playing Cathedral. Okay. What do we expect from BW Harris?
Well, you should expect my best. That's all I can say for now.
You beat Cathedral.
answer.
I'm not hearing more from the girl from Cathedral. I mean, she's just smiling. Are you browsing? Go ahead.
The only thing I can say that I don't know. Just I done my best for that competition. That's all. I can say I'll be very hard or not. I did my to put my little effort to it. That's all.
You put your effort.
You know.
Cathedral. Yeah.
First, I'm going to be going against Carabao. Yeah, I'll be playing Carabao. So I'm going with my all, my best. Like I said, you can't underestimate your opponent. I'm going with my full potential and do my best as well to represent CWI.
Okay. All right, great. So let me take a few calls up because I promised the school before 9:30 to return back to the various campuses. Yes, that's of course that the commitment I have with the teams to have them out. You know, ICT is very important technology now rooting the world. Just everywhere we have our future generation putting the time to it. I want to know more about ICT. They are into this question tournament. The questions being asked is exclusively on information communication technology, no additional questions. That tells you that the mind, the focus, the major concentration is just restricted straight to ICT. Yes. Let's pick a few calls up. They have the final, the semi-final, the date yet, the slated for the 29 on tomorrow, and the final is on March 8 at the I campus on Kerry Street. It's an open fee where you can go see the students. You can take it upon your time to go and watch it. Yeah, let's pick few calls up. 0770153 Yes, 0770153 We have another student who just joining us, also from VW Harris. While we anticipate our caller, good morning. How you doing? Okay, just introduce yourself for us.
Well, I'm actually from the BW Harris Episcopal High School, 12th grade.
Okay, tell us more about ICT. Why are you loving it?
Well, I have a undying passion for ICT. I am the previous winner of the Afrotech ITC competition,
Okay,
and I was the one who persuaded her to even join the field of ITC.
okay.
I undertook the course of cybersecurity with Afrotech Solution, graduated, and then I'm a certified cybersecurity expert.
You,
Right?
you stay in high school, man, and you're moving fast.
Yeah.
How good are you? How good are you? I mean,
Scale of 1 to 10, I'll give myself 8.
you gave us on a scale of 1 to 10. You hit 8.
I'll hit it.
What about the rest of the two?
So the two, there are still more to learn. That a lot to learn.
You feel complacent of what you have learned already. Sometimes you challenge the teacher, the instructor. Are you complacent? Are you okay?
Nah, I ain't. Well, like I said, a lot to learn. So most of the time, I read, I do further research, and then I do my side studies. So I've been studying in the field of ICT since I was 12.
12 years.
Started with programming. At 14, I advanced to hacking, and then
You advanced to hiking? Okay.
because of the knowledge in hacking, I later moved into learning cybersecurity because once I can identify a security breach and I can manipulate it to my advantage, I thought it best to learn how to defend that security breach.
Okay. That's wonderful. So the essence of me bringing you on air today is to inspire other kids because there's thousands of young folks listening up to you, and I want you to motivate them to encourage them. Go ahead and do so. Inspire your friends.
Well, to everyone out there listening to my voice, what I can tell you is the field of IT is vast. So there are people who find interest in graphic designs, others will find interest in basic word processing. But what I want to say is do not limit yourself. You do not know everything. There are a lot to learn out there, and opportunities, there are many. Your phone is your best teacher. YouTube should be your library.
Your library. YouTube should be a library. That's a very good word. What do you say to some of your colleagues? You from the Spartans? Is that the Spartans? Okay, that's BW Harris. All right. What do you say to some of your colleagues, your junior colleagues in BW Harris? There are a lot of bright kids who coming up who wants to be like you and others. What do you say to them to inspire them?
Well, keep on trying, do your assignments, and do more research.
Do more research. Great. Let's pick few calls up. The tournament semi-final is on the 29. The grand one is on the 8th of March. This is the breakfast show. I have to do with it until 9 o'clock. I've made promise to the various Dame that will return to campus before, 10 o'clock this morning. So let's do it quickly. 0770-153-265. My name is O'Neill. Let's pick this call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
This is not from GSO.
Go ahead.
Yes, I really want to first of all congratulate all the singing finalists, and I know that they will do better. Equally so, I want to encourage their friends who are around there. Some of them would be expressed to partake, kind of events, but I think it will broaden their mind. It will give them a broader knowledge of the course and the school. And that girl from Cathedral, I think she's very good, and you gotta be afraid of her. Anybody who will face her.
I think she's from BW Harris. Yeah.
She's very,
Okay.
she's very concentrated.
Okay.
I know what it takes. When you're not talking too much, I know.
Okay. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. 0770-153-265. Let's see this call on the line. Good morning. Morning. Okay. Don't hold the line, please. 0770-153-265. Let me say thanks to Afritech Solution. They are the brain behind this whole tournament. Afritech Solutions presents the 2024 National ICT Quiz tournament, inspiring lives through technology. That's the team. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Simon Banks. I'm calling from my residence in Dixon. I'm really stepping in this program, and I just give hats up to those who organize it, because I'm in the field of IT and also in the open. I was one of the first students that graduated with a degree in IT in Liberia, coming out with the highest GPA. And I'm grateful that we can have a lot of young people being encouraged into the field of IT. I would prefer you please take my number, and so that the winner for this tournament, I can also give them a prize.
You want to give a prize?
On behalf of my family and myself.
Okay, that's.
It's a passion. It can always be my passion, and I just wish that there has to be a lot of encouragement for IT students in Liberia.
Okay.
Except that for some of us who started before, we never had a lot of encouragement. But now that young people are coming up, we should not be like the old people. We should give them a lot of encouragement. And
Okay.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that these type of programs can always surface in Liberia. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Thank you. So I will definitely pass your number over to the coordinator. Thank you. Let's pick three more calls up. 0770-153-265. This is the breakfast show. This call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Uriah Chita, and I'm phoning you from Police Academy. A lot of people with which the organizer for such a competition between schools into the ICT sectors. I mean, when we were in high school back then, we were question or only the general question in social study environment, other subjects. I mean, they appreciate the students who for mounting the courage and to participate in such a competition. Thank you.
All right. Great. Yeah. One of your junior colleague. You in the senior class in BW Harris, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Emmanuel Shaw said you should watch out for him. You know Emmanuel Shaw, right?
Yes.
Okay, Emmanuel Shaw. I think he should be in the 11th grade. All right. In your class. Okay, great. Let's pick this last quarter. Good morning. Morning. All right. So yes, you listen up to the callers because of time. Yes. You listen up to the callers. What do you want to say as you get ready for the semifinals on tomorrow and the grand finals on the 8th of March?
Well, I just want to tell you guys thank you for having us here. And we're going to do what we came to do tomorrow. We're going to give our best. And we hope that competitions like this, will increase in the society.
Yes.
I want to take upon this time to appreciate him for taking the time to come and listen to this news and watching the broadcast. So tomorrow we're going there. Everybody going to do our best. and to what they can do and just be there and be able to proceed and make further actions.
Okay. Let's take final word from you. Yeah.
Well, a little word of encouragement for the participants. You guys have a lot on the line. The first thing to take into consideration is the reputation of your school, yourself, and then your career. And then, secondly, you guys got a lot of good prizes. If you win, you got a trophy for your school. You also have the winner's certificate. And then, as I learned, the second place winner will walk out with a scholarship with Afritech. And then the first place winner will go home with a scholarship, a computer, and the trophy for the school. Well, you guys got to do your best to make your school proud and yourself.
All right. Great. Should I make a promise to watch it? I will try probably the grand final. Yes. Yes. So I would like to watch the grand final. Huh? Okay, great. Yes, I've made a promise to them. Hopefully, I'll watch the grand final. Whether it's going to be between BW Harris or Cathedral or that from Carver Baptist or the CWA. Thank you so much. This is the TBS 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Let's go for a break. Uh, when we come back, we're going to bring on the president of the Physician Assistant Association. Is our guest on the last segment of the True Breakfast Show on 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Again, just before our break, the folks in Grange, let's see if I can pull this guy on. This guy will place a call and a text messages every morning, reminding me, so please remind His Excellency Joseph Boyka. Yeah, the rain season is just ahead of us. Yes, because one heavy pull down a rain can cut the whole Grand Gila off. Something needs to be done about that rule. Anyway, let's get our break from Orange, the fastest network in Liberia. We got our break. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Introducing the Orange Money Card to Wallet service. How to transfer money from your bank card to an Orange Money wallet with the Card to Wallet service. Go to the Orange Botswana website at www.orange.co.bw and select the drop-down menu and click on Orange Online. This will open a new tab which will ask you to sign in. Click on Sign Up to register for the Card to Wallet service as a new user. Enter your name, surname, the Orange number and email address that will be linked to this service. Proceed to enter your occupation and create and confirm your password, which you will then be required to sign in with every time you make a card to wallet transfer. You will then receive an email confirmation. Enter the one-time PIN that you received on your phone. Click on the email confirmation link to finish off the registration. Once the registration is complete, log in, click on Card to Wallet, then enter the Orange Money number you are transferring to and the amount. Continue by entering the source of funds, purpose of funds, and proceed to payment. Click the Visa or MasterCard option and enter your card number, your full names as well as the card expiry date. Proceed to enter the CVV number and click Continue. Enter the one-time PIN that you received on your phone to complete the transaction.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without
right here on the TBS on Truth 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. What's making news in the world of sports this morning? So Naomi Tapia is here to go and fill us in the world of sports on the TBS. Let's say good morning to you, Naomi. Good morning.
Morning, good morning, everyone. Invincible 11 and Global Farmer will come face to face on Thursday at Antoinette Tutman Student of 130. While Freeport FC and MP Anchors will battle at 1:30 p.m. at the two-side feed. The PRC Oros are set to clash with Lisca at the same venue at 4 p.m. and FC Caron Liberia will meet B Mountain at 1:30 p.m. at the Samarkand Sports Complex practice pitch. Helping delivering a mighty barrel will make the SKD practice pitch a center of attraction when the two giants meet at 4 p.m. as Nima Kwado and Watanga will climax the day's first division fixtures at the same hour in Sonikore at the Florse Thomas Stadium. Mauritian Super League team PDRM FC has announced the departure of Liberian international Marcus McCarty. According to Liberian Sports International, the club expressed gratitude to McCarty for his contributions and wished him success in his future endeavors. The 32-year-old won the 2023 Malaysian Challenge Cup and contributed 3 goals and 2 assists in 25 appearances across all competitions for the club since joining in January of last year. The Liberia Football Federation will this Sunday, March 3, 2024, conduct its Super Cup with 4 clubs participating. The teams expected to participate are the reigning knockout champion Supreme Girls of Kawe, the LKF League 2 champions Balanceville Superstar or BSS, League 1 champion Aries Kickball Club, and GISA of Grand Bassa County. Balanceville Superstars of BSS will battle GISA at 2:30 p.m., while Supreme Girls of Kawa will take on Aries Kickball Club at 2:30 p.m. At 3 p.m., the Liberia Kickball Federation recently concluded their jamboree that brought together 20 club teams, 12 from League 1 and 8 teams from League 2. Royal Sisters of Hotel Africa won Central Morocco-based Vision Sisters in the grand final. The victory marks the second championship for Royal Sisters. Manchester United manager Eric Ten Hag has hit back at Jimmy Carragher's subjective criticism of his tactics in a 2-1 defeat by Fulham. Carragher questioned the way United was set up on Saturday during Sky Sports Monday Night Football. Ten Hag considered the ex-Liverpool defender had a point but said he has been critical from the first moment. Carragher had pointed out how United defense like a SAR he had never seen before as they played a low defensive block in a high attacking press, which left huge gaps in the middle of the pitch that Fulham exploited on their way to only a second win at Old Trafford since 1963. That's all for now, sports desk.
Now it's time with sports right here.
On the TBS. Let's go for our break. We'll bring music as well. When we come back, we're gonna bring our last segment guest right here this morning. Don't go away.
Whoa, that made football funny.
Introducing the Orange Money Card to Wallet service. How to transfer money from your bank card to an Orange Money wallet with the Card to Wallet service. Go to the Orange Botswana website at www.orange.co.bw and select the drop-down menu and click on Orange Online. This will open a new tab which will ask you to sign in. Click on Sign Up to register for the Card to Wallet service as a new user. Enter your name, surname, the Orange number and email address that will be linked to this service. Proceed to enter your occupation and create and confirm your password, which you will then be required to sign in with every time you make a card to wallet transfer. You will then receive an email confirmation. Enter the one-time PIN that you received on your phone. Click on the email confirmation link to finish off the registration. Once the registration is complete, log in, click on Card to Wallet, then enter the orange.
Okay, so let's get this music, yeah? This is Matter Fumble, eh? It's a nice piece of music coming up.
Chicken leg grow for day. Broccoli,
Intimiata family. Coco Leo Cole on the Rooster Crows. Oh yeah, man. Let's do a pre-birthday greeting now for the human resource. Tomorrow is her birthday. Jen and Pega. She's going to see her birthday after 5 years because though normally born in February 29, most time when the year is not a leap year, the 29 won't be in the calendar of the year. So this year is a leap year. So that's why we have the 29th featuring on this month. So Jenna Pega, good morning. Happy pre-birthday to you. Normally she will celebrate on the 28th. She says, since the 29th is not coming up appearing this year, I'll get to the 28th, or if I take March 1.
so
hey,
this is what it is.
The Roman calendar.
These people just celebrate the last day of February. Yes.
Oh,
so what
she said today, oh,
they won't want the deal to be consistent.
Okay, so the 28th.
Yeah. 28th.
Okay, so we should take it for the 28th.
Yeah, 28th. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right.
Because next year we will not have.
We'll not have 29 next year.
So let's stick to the 28th.
Yes. Let me do a belated birthday shout out for Mrs. Fatusho. After doing all of the publicity in Marka, they had a beautiful celebration. I was never invited. Hey, man. So they don't try to build the mansion. After the mansion was completed, and I said, you're too old to pass. Anyway, Mrs. Abraham Shaw, happy belated birthday. You had a great time. Yes, let's hope you enjoy your time. Anyway, yes, so shall we bring on our guest coming up at 9:15 this morning, the president of the Physician Assistant Association of Liberia. It's good that he arrived on time. So in a 5 minutes time, we bring him live on the show this morning on 96.1. Good morning to all of you who are nominated. Those of you who are confirmed, congratulations. Hit the ground now. No time to wait for. Let the work go on. Start the work, Move into ministry, autonomous agency. Don't do witch hunt. There are professionals who you meet in positions, work. Government is continuity. Let's move on for a better country. Good morning, former President George. Are you back home? Yes, a man of peace. Let's hope you have communicated with Akaras Go already and tell him, say, no, that protest you want to do, say no to it. Let's move on as a country and as a people. One nation, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. It's a hard thing. Yes, anyway. Yeah, so shall we bring on our guest? But me as a family with this one. Yes, good music, good folks listening. Now, when you play this kind of music, the other folks will love to listen. They'll always put a smile and say, "Hey, yes." During the time of Tobin Time, the latest time in Kayando, these are music that are playing for them. You have to enter me or how to travel all the way to Nigeria to record. You have good recording studios back in country. Yeah, imagine. Yes. Anyway, good music, good folks listening. Thanks so much for loving the True Breakfast Show on 96.1, the Heart and Soul of Liberia. So we have Liberia National Physician Assistants Association. The president is here, Theophilus T. Faya. He's the president of Liberian National Physician Assistant. Benjamin Ben Sume is the president of Liberian Nurses Association. Wow, two strong people there. I remember having them the last time, right?
Yeah.
They were not easy that day. Great. Yes, gentlemen, welcome. How you doing?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Olu. Thanks to all of you. And we want to say thank you to our listening audience, especially my guardian men and women in white. I always call them guardian men and women in white because everybody will be wrong and we call for it. We have Ebola and everybody will be wrong and we won't have infectious diseases and they will be on the front line and every night they are there. And so that is why I always salute them for the work to do. And so thank you all so much.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you very much for allowing us to use this your comfortable studio this morning. Let me say hands up to all physician assistants to the land and breadth of Liberia, and hands up to all healthcare workers in Liberia, hands up to all allied health professionals in Liberia. I want to say you are the reason for which we are here this morning. Our being here, if you have not entrusted us to speak on your behalf, who have not been here this morning. So we say keep on the good work and your good work will speak out one day. Thank you very much. And thank you for giving us this opportunity again this morning, at least, to speak to our colleague in the communities.
Okay, so just give us a little background of the two institutions, beginning with the you call it LIMPA.
All right, so LIMPA, which is Liberia National Physician Assistant Association. As a profession in Liberia, we were founded 1964 from the Todman National Institute of Medical Art, TNIMA for short, which is now located in JFK compound. As an organization, we were founded in 1974 as an association. So coming together under the umbrellaship of LIMPA to be able to operate and advocate lawfully for the physician assistant welfare and their well-being in this country. Advocating is our path as an association. So up to today's date, we have managed to almost approaching around 2,000 membership in terms of strength. And we are currently across every county, every health district in Liberia. We are operating currently as ORC, screeners, DHO, CHDDs, county clinical supervisors, and the list go on. So if you hear about DHO, you hear about county clinical supervisors, you hear physician assistant, you hear about epidemiologists in Liberia, you hear about physician assistant. In fact, we have ascended up to PhD level now in Liberia, according to our own educational pursuit. But challenging the TNIMA that have been a model for us, still struggling and bragging with diploma as a qualification for physician assistant in Liberia, which will frank up in this current day reality. And thank you very much. And I know that we have a lot on the list today, but just for the purpose of introduction, I'm going to pause this morning.
Yes, so let's hear about the is it the Liberian Nurses Association?
Sure.
Let's hear from the president.
So nursing is as old as the world, and for Liberia, which is not an exception, but for the Liberian Nurses Association, of course, founded by a group of nurses on June 7, 1947, June 14, 1947, and same thing, it has survived an institution to where we are today. And we had there are many times we have performed, we've been going through takes and things, we've been going through the struggle, a lot that for which in subsequent time we explain some of our challenges. For Liberian Nurses Association, minus the nurses in Liberia, you handle healthcare system, and so because they play a vital role in showing that the health needs of our countries are met. as an association surviving without a single dime from national government is just so challenging. And some of those challenges should be highlighted when we move forward.
Okay, that is great. So let's go into the crux of the issue for which you are here this morning. Beginning with this healthcare workers salary policy that I think this is top of the agenda. Give us some background details concerning this policy you're talking about. When was it preferred, and at what level it is now in terms of implementation?
So let me begin. In May 2022, because obviously when salaries of our other colleagues were increased to more than 150%, leaving out nurses, leaving out PA, leaving out midwife, laboratory technicians, and other pharmacists and other people, I understand in other later on pharmacy salary, I understand was a little bit either. We began disenchanted and mounting pressure on the government. But then President we had government, we began mounting pressure that, oh yes, if our salary was not either, we were going to have a go slow action, for which we saw as the only language that we understand, because we persistently knocked on their door and nothing was happening. So that was in May 19. That was in May 2022, and then we got a call for CSA that we need to work on a policy document that is not only going to increase salary, but we're going to be looking at pay grade. Pay grade, if you are SYZ, how much is supposed to make if you are SYZ. So we were looking at that. We're looking at the policies that we're going to look at reclassification, recruitment, and pay grade issues. And so that was between Civil 7, Ministry of Finance, and Ministry of Health, and along with between us are clinicians. So we went through, it took 18 months. Every time we go back, if you look at our policy, it took in consideration, it did some comparative analysis between Uganda, Ghana, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. And so those were how the guru consultant that was hired to work on it. So it took 1 year, 6 months finally for all the 20th of October 2023. The policy was validated with obtaining all the signatures needed to have a beginning to have implementation starting in 2024. So that is why if you go forward, you will see the salaries they were done incrementally. That is when you have in 2024 how much how much you're supposed to earn in 2025, how much you're supposed to earn, how much 2026, how much you're supposed to earn, and likely in 2025 you reach a maximum for what we have in the policy. Implementation should have started in January. So each time we were disenchanted and we wanted to have a strike action or whatever, to take any other action, it was like, oh, you guys still have the policy in the making. What do you want to? So this policy was the one we were sitting by, because we were already in the making. So we felt that if at all we were able to go slow, people would say, but you had a policy in the making. Why can't you wait for it? Now that we have had a policy validator obtaining all of the signatures, we patiently state and asking for national government to ensure implementation start. So that is the little background on this policy. Maybe you can throw a little light if I left something up, but that is the policy. That policy, it took in consideration everybody. And the thing about it is that in our policy, we were also discussing, because the reason why some of the county, the Leeward County, you see that
the policy set let's say salary benchmark for nurses, PAs, doctors, and all of that.
Yes, if you look to go to page 26, will help you very well. Page 26 of that policies we look directly at salaries of other people referred to that are not medical doctors, like the pharmacy, the nurses, the PA, the lab technician. They crafted in page 26 when you got the gold, green, and all of these stuff. So just move to 26, you will see that what they did. And one good thing also about that is also that it's 23. I've seen it on 23, but check on maybe that was a check on between 20 and 25, so it's in between that. So the policy also looks at if you were in grain crew, take for example, you're working in grain crew, because those are hard to reach counties. We also have in our policy money either for the hardship allowance. House allowance was something like 150. Cut across the board. If you're living in whether you're a medical doctor, you're a pharmacist, you're a nurse, you're a midwife, you're whatever, along you are employed, where you 150 were added to you as a hardship allowance. So I say allowed to draft people to work hard to reach county that normally don't have health workers.
That is good.
That's how unique that policy is.
So you mentioned that implementation should have started January of this year. We are ending February.
We are in the that is the reason why we are persistently. Well, the last time we were on all the radio stations, we have press conferences. We're building the publicity to our Liberian people. You know, most time people will always say it's what they don't know about is what they most time talk on. Because if we just come on and say, oh, maybe today the health workers striking, striking now becoming so much abominations in Liberia. So even if you're striking for the just cause, some people look at it to be wrong. But we are calling on all of our stakeholders because the budget has been the one we're looking at, calling all of our stakeholders and ensure that the budget will be recalled by this new government. The budget will be recalled because in that budget, if you look at budget code, it says 25. If you look at the budget code, this salaries was being, if you look at budget code 265518, if you come to transfer and hiring, intervention and salary monetization execution, you got 5 million in there for hiring. So we are saying that this 5 million in the budget crafted by the administration, former President Weah administration, you got the money in here.
For fiscal year 2024, right?
Oh, yes. Okay. So if the budget is being recalled, so in the recalling budget, that is the reason why we're saying this thing over and over. If you bring back that budget and there is not a single cent inside for salary increment for health workers, especially the one whose salary had not been increased, obviously you just open a Pandora box because that strike will not end.
Wow.
Yeah. So doing the publicity over and over so they will understand. This is not a threat, but we are stuck with a low salary. Marka, you will not believe you go to Grand Cayman County. I was at Lofa Bridge. I saw a midwife making $100 with 3,000 liberty. I saw a nurse making the same $100 with 3,000 liberty. These are professionals that went to favorite colleges, some of which are very expensive. Even the service, that's for the expensive school, but the services they provided. So we say this thing over and over. These are and the only people that talk for them, we are the ones who are put in power to talk for them. And we're telling you this thing.
Okay, that's here from Mr. Fire.
Yeah, so thank you very much. You know, in Liberia, physician assistant, the kind of work they do, they are next to the medical doctor, especially from our training. You see that physician assistants are working tirelessly, screening patients, prescribing for them, interpretation on lab, even going as far as doing medical imaging skills for patients. You see them working like kings, but living like slaves. A physician assistant that is next to the doctor in terms of service. You see that physician assistant being paid $150, $250. While the person that they are existing, that person is making higher than even what you can imagine. I'm not here again to be referencing people's salary, but I'm telling you exactly what the PAs can do and what they deserve. What they deserve is better than what they are doing today. Physician assistant in Liberia, they are like the last mile help. They work where people are not even comfortable to go and take assignment. Imagine that. So we started engaging the government since like Makuli have said, I don't want to repeat that for the sake of time. We engage government have called a roundtable to discuss policy. And their policy cut across every category of healthcare worker to include a physician assistant, and it classify us based on general practice, clinical specialty, and that of qualification, diploma, BSc, clinical specialty. So this policy took into consideration the kind of environment that you are working in, the distances that you cover, the comfort that you deserve, mainly by ensuring that also you are giving an encouragement amount. Physician assistants in Liberia are being left to just be motorball hero. When they assign one Yamaha to you, it means that you are already being recognized. And some of the Yamaha even leaving some of our colleagues with permanent disability. And you have an insurance that is out that cannot even cater for you to cover your full medical bill, which is also frustrating. You have physician assistant going to school struggling after studies with the intention of they also sending their children to go to school. But the salary they're making is suppressing them to making a choice of the school to send their children. Even by leaving them with the alternative of sending their children to government school or school that is very cheap. Even to the extent that when their family or wife are sick, they want to send them to a government facility that will have always all the time prescription be given to patients. And you have them dying on private war, not private war, but general wars. Imagine a military being left on the battlefront and being battled tirelessly, but at the end of the day, leave them until they die at the mercy of the enemy, which is very, very frustrating. So we want that special recognition today. And the salary grade that we're talking about, the implementation should have actually started January. There have been tons of calls in our phones. Brazil, we signed the salary policy, but January salary have come. We have not seen any increment. February is also coming. We are not seeing any increment, for example. We are telling them that it go by the budget. Like my colleague may have said, this we send you the copy of this particular paper, one single sheet there that have a budget code, and my colleague have read the budget code to you, 265518, revenue and tax policy management. Under that, when you go strictly, there is a transfer to hiring intervention and salary harmonization exercise. They call it SH salary harmonization exercise because that particular policy is seeking to bring all salaries of healthcare workers at the same grade. When you are having diploma, you and your colleague diploma friend will make the same money. If you have a bachelor's, you and your colleague bachelor will make the same money. If you have clinical specialty, you and your colleague with clinical specialty will make the same money. That's why they call it salary harmonization exercise. But unfortunately for us now, you got some PA that are making 150 and some of them making 200 and some of them making 13,000 LD. Can you imagine? 13,000 LD working in the Southeast.
Is that realistic?
It is very real. I got text messages in my phone from colleagues that working as far as Fuya District, Boma Hospital, making $95, you are 3,400. As PA, are you trying to tell me this money that particular PA should bear patient again for another 1 year to come and pass? We say no. Even 120 days is too much to bear now. We are saying that this money, the time we never saw the budget line with 5 million attached to it, the time we never have policy to hold as a reliant, that time is not today. We have our policy as a reliant. Check on the policy on the last page. Tell me who are those people that signed the policy. You have Minister of Health. You have Minister of, in fact, you can read it for them better. Only just read the policy, the last page, the signature page.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a page that talks about that. I don't know. I think when you work out with it, I only have the budget line here. Yeah.
The big document that is in front of you there, that document, the last page that you have, the signatory to the budget, to the policy, which are Wilhelmina Jala, Health Minister, Honorable Samuel D. Twe, Finance Minister, Honorable James A. Thompson, General Service 07 Director. Then you have, of course, the different people that co-sign the document. We have the Nurses Association President, we have the Library Physician Assistant President, you have the Board for Nurses and Midwifery, you have the LMDC, you have the laboratory, you have the respiratory therapist, ORA technician, and the list go on. So those people attaching their signature to this document, it means that they have accepted it to be implemented in the health sector. To call long matter short, this policy, we cannot only wait for this policy to be implemented, especially the very day the budget will.
And what time it was supposed to take effect?
January. When you check on page 23 as well, you see the implementation plan there on page 23. Very small, the first line you see there, you will see after the yellow line. Okay. Yeah, you will see the implementation plan by year. Way up, check the heading.
Okay.
2025, 2027, and they are doing the incremental because they cry unto us that government will not have the money to take your salary from where it is now to reach it to where government anticipates to bring it. We accepted that.
So your call is that they implemented and that this budget that was taken back to the executive should come back with the same amount.
Exactly so. Even not the same code, but the same money and the same intention. Because you talk about those that are volunteering today. Imagine somebody volunteering for 5 years. Imagine somebody volunteering for 3 years. The other day, one of my colleagues died, a physician assistant. we as membership have to ride it around to embalm that body for 1 week and to go and underwrite the cost of funeral. That person have no insurance, no employment benefit, nothing. They left their children on earth as well. You see how society becomes fragile and vulnerable? If somebody working for government and the government cannot employ the person that who answer their unanswered questions. This is what we're taking this very serious. The issue of salary this morning cannot be all emphasized. We are calling on our patients. Our patients, you the one always demanding the best from us. Tell your lawmakers and your finance minister and your budget, the deputy minister for budget, they are listening to us or somebody listening to us that will take this message to them. This issue of this salary, it is not going to be postponed beyond this year. It has to be implemented.
Okay, that's the first point of talking. Yes. So, and I think the message is.
Let's speak a little bit on that volunteering thing.
Okay.
The last time government ever significantly employed her worker was in 2019. From 2019 to now, so many people have been retired. Then you got people who are on call, people who names are written on CSU to honor. When the month end, they don't carry a single dime to their house. To their houses. This is how pitiful it is. And the person is captured on CSU. You don't tell them the person come at your will. The person is captured on CSU. Some of them having an employment letter. Come and work. But the person doesn't carry anything home. These are people who are volunteering. Now you go to CHSSA, we got 520 of them that might actually be going outside salary because the NGOs are paying and getting tired. So we are asking, besides this salary thing, actual of the aspect of it, if we don't, there is no way, because these are people that are actually on schedule. If we don't need them, they will not be on schedule. They're honoring court. So that this thing, we're saying it over and over and over. We actually think we need, like here is saying, my tone might not be like his because he using all his mic, but we are that does not mean we are actually serious about it. And trust me, we don't want that day to reach because if we reaching back, that the way the normal goes slow, you can still go.
We scared of you when you go slow, it can be easy. We beg you. We beg you.
Only put them instead home. This we're not going home. We're not saying we're going on the street. So if you take it that the usual go slow, go down to your house. You take one student next, you go put in the fighting play that line. We're going to the where you are. Then where we're coming to you.
Yeah, we pray that we will not reach that level. Yeah, so just before we transition to the next talking point, let me read a couple of the reactions on the Real TV Live. This one is from We Are Porter Willis Abel. He says the health sector needs attention. And he also says, especially the PAs aren't getting the salaries required. PAs do all the work as doctors. And then Mustafa Kaba says, without a strong medical system, a nation is nowhere to go. The government needs to attend to health workers and the health centers. Abel says, medical comes first in our society. PAs and nurses, including every health workers, are to be given attention. Yeah, so let's talk about this because some of these things also bother on the leadership in a sector. So let's get your view on the leadership in a sector.
All right. So the issue of the leadership in a sector, when you look at the way Ministry of Health or other hospitals are being structured, you'll find that they have administrators and they have medical directors and they have chief medical officers and they have, they have, for example, Ministry of Health, minister rather. So those leadership that have been over time, you also look at Liberia or WHO threshold, the ratio of the healthcare worker to that of a patient. We still struggling to see how we can cover that gap up. And when you have we as professional people again leaving the hospital, coming to go and run beyond administrative positions, I think that is also a slap in the face of our patients. Because we don't have money to employ, for example, we need more specialized doctors in Liberia. We need more specialized PA in Liberia. We need more physician assistant in Liberia. But then you PA now, you start running behind administrative positions. It means that you are not going to have a time again to interact with your patient or discharge your functions sufficiently as it is required of you in your oath. But equally so in administration, when you have left your medical field and when you study administration, if the opportunity is afforded you should function in our light. But I am particularly frowning out all healthcare workers in Liberia that are running behind administrative position. When you are taking your oath, they not call you to say, I'll be doing administration here, and they are telling you always to provide care to your patients. They narrow you to your patients. So I think there are issues of policy gap. We need to address those issues very carefully so that our health system will not be dejected. Those that will spend all the resources behind.
But there are also positions at the level of the health leadership that requires that people who occupy such positions should be, medical practitioners, not just administrators.
So very good. So this is one. You have the chief medical officer of the Ministry of Health exclusively. The title alone will come by who to occupy. In the medical sector in Liberia, doctor is here. So you find out that doctor should occupy that particular position. And when you come also to the medical director of a hospital, you know that the medical director should be who? A doctor. But when you go to an administrative position, imagine director, or maybe you want to go for county health administrator, or maybe deputy minister for planning, or deputy minister for this, all those kind of things. You cannot go ahead and say it is health worker title. No. Because they clearly state that we should coexist with other professions, because the ministry or the health sector is a diversified field.
So other people believe that once you have practical knowledge or expertise about the practice of health, and if you occupy that position, like for example, maybe deputy minister for administration, it will inform your decision making and your leadership. What do you say to that?
And let me tell you one thing quickly, right? Like, I don't want to talk about deputy minister for health, but the way you have drawn it to me, let me make you to understand this. Health worker in Liberia, most of our crime have been centering around administration, right? So you find that health worker will want to be occupying the administrative position because they feel that when they occupy it, and then they are going to be listened to, and their problem will be solved by themselves. But mind you, these are issues that came about as a result of bad leadership. If you are a bad administrator, you will not actually enjoy the essence, the importance of a good administrator. You will even underestimate good administrators. So if you have a very good administrator performing their role, taking up to their responsibilities, you are not going to be crying. We're not going to be crying to be teaching presidents around here. If presidents are doing their best, if presidents are trickle down to the people that they representing or people that they leading. But because you have no gap, that's why you see everyone want to take issue in their hand. But the issue there is the issue is leadership, and the issue is who is leading. That's why I should be thinking here.
So you say this to say the administrators should do their work as administrators. The health workers should stay in the health facilities. Is that what you're saying?
Of course. In another nutshell, if you are a health worker, don't get me wrong. I said if you are a healthcare worker and you have the qualities of being administrator, you can go there. If the president call upon you, or maybe the CHO call upon you to serve, you can be there. Or the minister call upon you to serve, you can be there. Don't get me wrong to say that health worker should not be administrator. No.
Okay.
Person can be administrator, but you must be knowledgeable of that part. That's clear.
Yeah, let's hear Ben on that.
So let me start from the Ministry of Health first. I will share with you the act that created the Ministry of Health. And so
why you didn't share it ever since?
Yeah, I thought you had it anyway. So, but if you look at that act that created the Ministry of Health, let's look at it here. The ministry. The ministry is say the minister shall be appointed by the president and confirmed by the Senate. And then they came down to streamline the functions of the ministers to say, formulate health policies that is able to prevent diseases, formulate policies that enhance performance of health. So if you look at that, there is no one sentence in our C that says nobody should be health minister, that only single cartridge of health workers should be health minister. No line in that thing. So we are always have other graduates of health worker performing excellently well. Let's take the Omar Marta Sendolo Bella, who served as Minister of Health from 1983 to 1987. Go and see her performing. Some of the policies we have today are helping on the primary health care policy. That policies were crafted by that woman. So to just let you understand that you only need let me quote from here, you need to be knowledgeable in the administration to serve in the Ministry of Health. But Liberia now, it is the contrary. People are owning it. We the ones supposed to be Minister of Health. People owning it. And that should not be the case. Like Theo said, where people doing that work effectively, not that we running after administration job, but because we feel that if you using 25 pounds hormone to crack thing that only 5 pound hormone can you if your kind is dead. You see people running and health worker running after position because you take so much. When people go there, they don't get time for the health worker, and they don't say one step the position to get time for their friend too. That is one of the reasons. So that Theo Bali, that's it. If administrators were doing that work effectively and clinicians are getting that, clinicians couldn't be running after administration job. But those are the situations. But nothing forbid or nice, nothing forbid a date or any other characteristic or so. In a hospital, if you say medical director, that medical director, there's no way we will say for scenario's sake that nice to be the medical director in the hospital. The medical director is always heard about that the medical director. If you go to the health ministry, the chief medical officers will always be heard about a medical director, but that should not be the minister. Anybody can that should not be the minister. So that is why in the new public health law that the war some of the 414 to become a minister this time we are streamlined a clear cut qualification in the new public health law that if you want to become a health minister, you should be a licensed clinician with master degree in public health. Because we are saying that people with no preventive knowledge. So if you go
5 years with the experience.
with 5 year experience. So if you go to the new public health law for any reason it is fine. Nobody can be telling me say you need to be a medical doctor, you need to be a pharmacist, you need to be a this, that. You should be a licensed clinician with master degree in public health. Because both of our leaders are lacking public health knowledge, and so prevention is an issue for us in Liberia. That the new public health law, we're fighting to see if we can pass. So when you go to let people know where they can function, what the law says they should be. If you go to the hospital, medical director take a medical director position and start running after the administration position. You got administrator knowledge, well, thank you. If you don't have, let the administrator does that work.
Okay, that is great. So, even though you mentioned this issue of salary issues as one of the challenges facing health workers, but let's delve into other issues. Maybe in 4 minutes time, let's talk about other challenges facing the health sector, the health workers, and what are ways forward.
Challenges. Now look at a level of specialties. If you look at the level of specialties in Liberia, if you are nice, like if you are nice, you are nice, you are just nice. What kind of nice are you? So we don't have in the means to specialize. You want to be a cardiologist, you don't have means to become cardiologist. You want to be a neurologist, no, you don't have means to become a neurologist nice in Liberia. You want to be a gynecologist, you don't have means to become a gynecologist, and the list go on. But see the bad thing about it. And this is where when policymakers are making policy, they should not be selfish. And one reason why nurses and other people are running after administration position. Imagine this country. Go to the specialist school. They call it Liberia College of Physician and Surgeon. So it means that it clearly tells you that the medical doctor can go there. So if you treat a psychiatrist, what is a psychiatrist there? If you treat a cardiologist, what is the cardiologist there? If you see article GYN, what is a GYN there? So you see, so you don't have this kind of specialties, and that is the reason every day we appear on radio station. If you want to train one nurse in Ethiopia, training that nurse in Liberia, the money for that one nurse in Ethiopia will treat 10 nurses in Liberia. So why can't you call that school Liberia College and Medical Specialty? If you call that school Liberia College and Medical Specialty, you have you have faculties of nursing and midwifery, faculty of physician and paramedic, faculty of imaging, faculty of so you have so many faculty in that school. So why our policymakers are suffering the country?
So again, let me say this in this open manner today. Our policymakers, our politicians are actually giving us very tough time. Imagine we're not supposed to be coming in the press telling somebody say this is how we feel. When you knock their door, they barricade themselves, they pull out a protocol in place. They don't want to hear from the person that they're leading. They don't want to listen. And the only language that they want to encourage or again doing is protest. Imagine that. We are professional. We should be the last people. The way you have the soldiers should be the last people protesting. But imagine, over 10 years, over 15 years, we've been singing the whole song about salary issue. Come have become adamant. Come have become like a rock. Nothing can enter. This is what they have. It shouldn't be like that. So we are calling on the government, let them stop giving us a hard time. The child that said the mother will not sleep, that child also will not sleep. Let them listen very well this morning. Healthcare workers across this country, the decision they took yesterday to have voted or Ambassador Joseph Imabaka overwhelmingly to have even silenced their ethics to have campaign openly for Omer Baka. That they should not, Omer Baka don't allow all of people to laugh at us. Don't allow people to laugh at us by referring to us that the government you wanted. You will see it for yourself. Don't allow people to do that to us. You need to listen to us. If you cannot listen to us, it means you will be the one that will be seeking the disgrace for us. And when we are disgraced, we are put to the wall. We cannot get no more. We have to come back. And we're coming back, it's not going to be good for our patients. And I want to say this in the open man, not a threat, but you need to have a listening ear. If you listen to people that are disenchanted, you can always find solution on how to go around solving the issue. So the issue of education in Liberia is challenging. When you educate a physician assistant, it is the country that is going to be benefiting. You educate a physician assistant to do ophthalmology or to do dental care. If you will send them in, they will not be asking you to buy me car. If you will need it, but we're not going to put that as a prerequisite before we take assignment. We're not going to be telling you, give us the money that you pay on time, and you are going to see us, working with joy. That's why I salute you on this platform. I want to call upon you, continue your work, and I know that your crowds are going to be here. I know that Omer Baka is not going to be Adama, going to listen to us. The Minister of Finance is not going to be Adama, going to listen to us. The Minister of Health is not going to be Adama, going to listen to us. But if you fail to listen to us, the last alternative will be we'll leave the work. The way you give us, we'll leave it. Challenge you to replace our colleague when they leave the work because they are disenchanted. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Maka, wait. So let me. So Maka, most of the time when you call you to meeting, there's no money. Maka, you can't believe that there is no money. Why you need to leave?
I can't be there. I have no money there.
The payroll for the article to the capital building. Yame, go to Yame is making $377. Yame. So you want to tell me there is no money? Wrongly, I think I told my friend to you. Wrongly, one of our entities, I will not call their name. I don't know how the money they wrongly forwarded to me their payroll. Yeah, even forwarded it to him. We're all laughing. They wrongly forwarded to me their payroll. You don't want to see security salary. You want to see salary. So you can't even. And then their government institute. You want to tell me say there is no money? That's what you want to tell me.
So you mean that payroll that mistakenly forwarded to you? It means that even a lower man who is not even doing a work equivalent to a nurse was making more money.
More than CTO and with that bottle of I don't let it be. And so you want to tell me there is no money. So it is so there is no money in the country for her propellant. That's what you want to tell me. Especially the nicest male wife here. You want to tell me there's no money for them. And you want me to believe you.
I won't go to that interview.
Stop kidding off, man. I'm begging you.
Yes, so
yeah, man. Yeah, man. To pretend what I don't call cabinet building, make it 377. Yeah, man.
Wow. Okay, folks, if you are just joining us, we have with us this morning two leaders in the health sector, Mr. Theophilus T. Faya, President of the Liberia National Physician Assistants Association, and Benjamin Swami, President, Liberia Nurses Association. Yeah, this morning we're talking about the health sector and the well-being and welfare of healthcare workers in Liberia. So before we open the lines, let's take a couple of the texts or reaction on our live feed. Lavito Benjamin Pewala is writing from Rwanda this morning, said thanks to the guest. And Wilhelmina Esther Powell says, I'm watching from Cardwell. Precious Josh, watching you guys from Kakata CH Renning Hospital, a volunteer for 6 years now. Wow. And we are put also say I'm still following from New Georgia. Let me quickly applaud both presidents in studio this morning. The point is that if healthcare professionals are satisfied, they won't have any administrative problems. He says that, and this founder. Plenty of okay, just quickly. McLean Rana is an activist. He's also following. This is the real argument. Thanks to you guys for the information this morning. The way forward will be this comes from Joseph Menloy. He writes in this morning. Okay, so let's take a couple of calls. 0770202579, 0770202579. Let's take some calls this morning and have interaction with those who are following by radio. Good morning. Let me get you on speaker, please. Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Tia Bulu, former Financial Secretary, National Health Worker Union of Liberia.
Go ahead.
Very good. So the two fellows in studio leaders, they are saying what is right, but I got some issue with them because if they are doing things, if the Nursing Association will go on the air and speak, the PA speak, the laboratory speak, they will not offer well. They have the union, the overall body. I just called Jerry, the president, and called the vice president for operation.
For what? We are this. The people have come here in their capacities as president of these sub organizations to speak on behalf of their people. You think they don't have the right to do so?
This should be done holistically.
Chief, if the other people, no, sorry, you can't do this. If the people on the other side ready to speak, the sub organizations want to speak. 0770202579. I don't see any problem with these people coming up to speak to issues affecting the health sector. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
My name is Prince Kemlat, and I call from JFK compound.
Okay.
I want to salute the community studio for the points they have put. I think they have scratched very serious point, and the government should listen. They should be called to the table and see how best whatsoever points the nurses and the PA.
I think the policy is already there. So that call is that policy should be implemented. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, as we know that we require resources, but this is a country, they must look for the necessary resources for the nurses and the PA and these salary to be augmented. These people are taking risks. So one way or the other, they need to be certified to take care of their family at home.
Thank you so much, my brother. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please, you can't be by the radio at the same time.
Yeah, good morning.
No, I will not continue with you because you can't give us that kind of feedback. And the person is also doing the same thing. 0770202579. If you are calling, cut off the monitor and we will get you clear that you cannot be on the phone, the radio, and want to listen to yourself at the same time. It's not possible. Let me take this one. I hope this person is away from the monitor. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning. Go ahead.
So I was talking, you caught me up because there's an issue we have to go straight.
I don't know whether I called you up. I think you exhausted your 1 minute. I don't want hauling and pulling. 0770202579. I didn't cut you off. This is terrible. They have woke up when you know about radio. Y'all giving us bad feedback. If your president leave from here this morning, you'll be talking to them again. Yeah. Yeah, please stay away from the receiver. Please. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
This is Peter Kumar calling from Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, I brought the two gentlemen in studio. But the issue that we have in the public is that the nurses, they are not doing their work properly. Because in the first place, if a patient went to the hospital, they will be doing different things. They will not attend to the patient. Take imagine sometimes emergency cases.
When did you experience that?
JFK, I experienced that when I took my late father, Al Kamara, to the hospital. We went down there, there was no bed. And in fact, for them to even come around to see what they can do to help, because the woman, he died right in JFK there. There was no bed. All the time we talk, before 4 o'clock, the man died.
Okay, so let's talk about this policy issue. The health workers themselves want to be, economically okay, so that they can perform their duties. That's one thing they're saying.
We have to talk for them. Once they are doing their work sincerely and we according to their protection, the problem we have to talk for them.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Yaya Bangura calling from Chicago Factory Community District 12, Jamaica.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I kept listening to my brothers in the studio there, so Mr. Theophilus and his colleagues. The lamented well. I think those points illustrated this morning are very clear. They should be taken into serious consideration by the public. Because to the healthcare, none of us will survive with simple malaria sickness. So I'm calling on to the government to pay serious attention to the healthcare people in every dimension, whatsoever finances that they may get to enrich themselves. Let that money be diverse to the healthcare people. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Let me take 2 more calls. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Jeremiah Conrad Cameron, and I'm joining the conversation from here at the Junction.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me extend my thanks and appreciation to the comrades in studio there. I think their points are well taken. But I think they just have to bear patience more because the government is just coming into being more so with their contributions to the coming into power of the government. I don't think that President Marka will be willing to actually pay them back for food. So I think we just need to bear a little patience so that this
maybe the patient can bear patient with the budget because it's still going back and forth between the executive and the legislature. So yes, thank you for your contribution. The final one. I can entertain this call with a kind of feedback. I'm tired of saying that over and over. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Are you hearing me?
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys. Thank you. First time in Spotlight. I called from New Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say thank you to our comrades. And I'm constrained to call to say that we are willing to work, but let people know that we got our own battles to fight. So when we answer people some kind of way because we are fighting our own crisis within us, and we hope that the government will see reason that a nice wear the uniform or people wear the uniform should wear dignity to go in first. Because after all, what are we there for? It's to sex. All my life I have worked as a nurse. And in the retirement, you cannot boast of anything because of what you have been making. So we just want this government to see. I know there's time for everything. But people, President Marka, see it. That when we wear it, when we hold our urine, because we want to save life, because we want to open our RV line. When we hold our lunch, when we are hungry, we are thirsty, and we stay there sweating because they're coming, it's not ready, because we want to save that life. It's because we want this government to do something. And our children can say, I can't be honest because I see what you're going through. I think there is something wrong. We have to take a turn around. Let's turn around. Let's look at something. Nigeria will rise again. And I know the state of better Nigeria ain't going to be better. It's time with you. Thank you, comrades. Let's keep fighting and keep fighting. We will win one day with Jesus on our side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think the final caller was really strong on that. Thank you so much. Well, Mr. President, we will just give you 2 minutes so that we can close. I think we have exhausted all of the talking points, but just in closing.
Yeah, so thank you very much. Let me begin by saying thank you to all those that make attempt to call and those that also went through the line to have spoken and back our points. For those of you who are still sitting on the line and the fellow that called from NAU, we do not want to start to talk about NAU in the public because NAU is an organization that will respect them as an organization, but equally so they should also respect us as presidents of different associations that are member of them. If our membership, and you see you crying and talking for our membership directly, evaluate yourself and you know that something is wrong somewhere. So we don't want to talk that thing that wrong somewhere in the public because we don't choose to discuss health internal issues in the public. But that person is a former official, I believe. They don't love that organization more than us, and I know that they should check break next time when they hear us speaking in the public, because the next time they come and question our right to speak for our membership in the public, we're going to let the cat out of the bag and go to the back. So that should be a warning for you. Let me speak to the issue of leadership again, back in my conclusion. When you see the issue of JFK first, JFK leadership, I don't want people to continue saying the HEF is a military. No. HEF is not, HEF is different from military. HEF got structure. Military don't have position there to say, oh, when you're not military, you cannot beat you, can beat you or stuff. No, that is different analogy. In here, HEF is an institution that run by an act and a law. And those laws provide room for leadership. And that leader, when the person is qualified, whether the person is a nurse, the person is a PA, the person is a doctor, the person is a laboratory technician, and the list go on. That person should be given the opportunity. Other than you saying only this person should be, for example, only the doctor should be head of JFK. That which we want to call onto you in this public manner, that is a complete myth. A nurse has become an administrator of JFK, and we are beneficiary. Imagine under that nurse regime, I was in TNMA, I was getting allowances as a student. I was in TNMA, our TNMA student was being employed after graduation. And there was a lot of effort made for that TNMA under that nurse administration. That nurse could listen more. So nobody should come and say that it is only a doctor that is suited for that position. No. We want to display in this public manner today that administrative positions are not for we the technicians. Technicians, if you want to be administrator, go to administrative school or change your career. But I also believe that it's a disservice for you to leave your area that you spend hard-earned money for, it become your dream, it become your vision, and you work toward your dream, you achieve it, and now you want to leave it to go into a different profession. I believe that is not also right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, so let's close up then.
Okay, so let me start with it too soon. And so to just tell people who saying that it's too soon for us to start talking to the government concerning our salaries, we are knowledgeable people. We didn't just start with the policy is there. So if you think we should not be telling you what you have, you should be telling what you have. So if you call for dialogue and say reasonably, guy, this is what can happen, and we see it, we take it back to our colleagues, guy, what can come from all around. This is what the situation looks like. But you don't think, say, I was sick, and like you say, assume he does not have money. He don't get money. How you pay the 377 to the Yamen, to the capital building? So I mean, now it's too soon. Call the leadership, guy. This is what happened. So this is it, and the policy is lying there. We took 1 year, 6 months. How I don't want to go back to party leadership, right? How data salary got increased? How can President we are government did not tell the data say no, I will not give you your money because Ellen Malantali didn't add money to your money. It's sorry to say, but I don't think responsibly to be responsible, I don't think that would be the word to say. But if we are accountable, we are people that are reaching. If you say there is no money for now, money for when? So we look at that. How worker behavior, we regret those situations that it happened. It even happened to me, I think, 2-3 days of a last week in one of the hospitals I will not name, and I had told the administration that they are still investigating, and they're supposed to call me back on the person. They not even know even that I'm president for the Liberian Nurses Association, and I don't even want to tell you the insult that guy that girl rain on me. Unfortunately, that's my own nurse. So we know their behavior, but there are some very good nurses as well. There are some very good nurses who are professional. There are, in fact, so many good nurses who are professional, who care for their patient need, that just feel bad apples and we must ensure that we weed out those bad apples. And they apologize to him. Those things happen. There is no bear. Let's actually see what there is no bear. What tune did they say in? So let's look at some of those things. And that just to close up, we are waiting to say, come, let's talk and see what you want to see. If you don't say anything, and I can say, we're waiting for the budget. If there is now a sense in the money for our health worker salary to increase, rest assured, we are at their door.
Okay.
So you can do the needful.
Okay. Thank you so much. Folks, thanks for following online and by radio. We've had with us this morning the president of the Liberian National Physician Assistants Association, Mr. Theophilus T. Faya, and also Benjamin Swami, the president of the Liberian Nurses Association, as our last segment guest this morning. Thanks ever so much for following. Do have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. When you Roberts, Marka Davis, Atta Butler will be your team this morning on the TBS. Do have yourself a wonderful time. Bye-bye.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too!
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office partner to the Orange Money service.